Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The Honorable of Coordinator of Economic Education Study Program Dr. Agus Wibowo, MPD. The Honorable Coordinator of the Accounting Education Study Program Atisimati MM. The Honorable Vice Professor Erika Takida, SMSI, and Dr. Randa Sri Zulayati, MSc. My name is Aziz Bayuhadi from Economic Education Study Program Concentration in Accounting Education 2020. On this occasion, I will present my thesis proposal with the title The Influence of Company Size, Capital Adequacy Ratio, and Placement in Other Banks on the Profitability of Islamic Rural Banks in Indonesia 2018 until 2022. The following are the key points of discussion that will be discussed about introduction, literature review, and research method. Entering the first discussion is about background research. Sharia economic growth has increased, followed by asset and also Islamic market share, global and regional. According to data released by the Financial Service Authority in 2021, global Islamic financial asset managed to reach a peak of the $3.96 trillion, a significant growth of 16.76% compared to the previous year, which was recorded at $3.39 trillion. Then in Indonesia, the Sharia banking sector success in showing a significant level of resilience and was able to achieve positive growth. This is proven by the development of total asset in the Sharia bank sector, which reached 800.20, an increase of 15.63% year on year. Based on the data in the image, the development of total Sharia banking assets, which reached 802.26 trillion Indonesian rupiah and grew by 15.63% year on year, show a significant positive impact in increasing the market share of the sector, which has now managed to reach a level above 7%. Sharia banking financial growth in the double-digit range of 20.44% year on year, indication increased public adoption of Sharia financing products. Meanwhile, third-party bond also record positive growth of 12.93% year on year, reflecting the public increasing trust in Sharia banking as a reliable option for managing their fund. Based on the provision in Law Number 220 of 2008 concerning Sharia banking, the structure of Islamic banking in Indonesia is divided into two types of institutions, namely Sharia commercial banks and Sharia people financing banks. Sharia commercial banks act as financial institutions that provide various Sharia banking services as regulated in law, while BPRS focus on financing for the community. BPRS performance in 2022 show encouraging performance, experiencing significant recovery since being affected by the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020. In fact, BPRS achievement in that year can be considered the best in recent years. There is concrete evidence of shrinking growth, which far exceed the average year-on-year growth over the last 5 years. Specifically, BPRS managed to record asset growth of 12.19%, financing growth of 12.13%, and third-party funds growth of 13.28%. Data obtained from OJK regarding Sharia People Financial Bank still show limitation in number when compared to conventional people financial bank. Data released by the OJK in 2021 show that the number of BPR reached 1,492 units, while the number of BPRS is still relatively low with only 162 units. The disproportionality of this number reflects the dynamic development of Sharia banking sector, which is still facing several challenges, such as the level of public understanding and awareness of Sharia financial product and service. Other OJK data regarding the performance of Sharia rural financial bank show more dynamic growth when compared to conventional rural financial bank, more rapid growth than financing and third-party fund sector, where BPRS managed to record figures that far exceeded the development of BPR. Not only in the growth aspect, but BPRS was also able to record a level of profitability that was superior to BPR. This can be seen from the BPRS return on asset ratio, which reached 1.92%, outperforming the BPRWA, which was 1.74%. Based on the background that was being explained, there are research questions on four variables. Namely, the first, is there an influence of company size on the profitability of Islamic rural banks? Second, is there an influence of the capital adequacy ratio on the profitability of Islamic rural banks? Third, is there influence of placement other banks on the profitability of Islamic rural banks? And the last, is there a simultaneous influence of company size, capital adequacy ratio, and placement in other banks on the profitability of Islamic rural banks? The objective of the research based on the background and problem formulation outline are as follows: to determine whether there is an influence of company size on the profitability of Islamic rural banks, to determine whether there is an influence of capital adequacy ratio on the profitability of Islamic rural banks, to determine whether there is an influence of placement in other banks on the profitability of Islamic rural banks, and to determine whether there is a simultaneous influence of company size, capital adequacy ratio, and placement in other banks on the profitability of Islamic rural banks. The next subject of discussion is main and supporting theories. The first subtopic is main and supporting theories. The theories used in this research are agency theory. The theory by McLean Jensen in explores the relationship between the company. One indicator used to minimize agency cost is the company size, measured by the magnitude of asset held by the Islamic bank. Customers have the right to know various information, including the management activities of their investment funds. Profitability serves as one of the benchmark for the health performance of the banking sector. Pecking order theory. The theory by Mears and Stewart explained that managers are capable of achieving prosperity by enriching their wealth as the goal of the company. This theory is used to interpret that sufficient capital has an impact on profitability. The capital adequacy ratio reflects the availability of capital that the bank possesses. Sharia Enterprise Theory. The theory by Rukmania in 2023 is a business concept theory that has internalized Islamic principle with the aim of creating a transcendent and more human theory. Islamic Rural Financial Bank as a form of implementing Sharia business theory, internalize Islamic value in all operation aspect with the goal of creating a more positive impact on society. The next subject of discussion relates to the theoretical basis of each variable. The first variable is profitability. Brigham and Debs that the profitability is the net result of various policies and decisions. The region examined so far profit is a full indicator of the operational effective of the company. The second variable is company size. Tony and Angara state that the size of company is a scale to measure the value of company based on total asset, sales, and market capitalization. The next variable is capital adequacy ratio. The capital adequacy ratio proposed by Leon is a ratio that explains how much of the overall asset of a bank, which involve risk, are funded by the bank capital acquisition. And the last variable is placement in other banks. According to OJK, placement in other bank can be interpreted as an action where a bank places a portion of its receivable or deposit in another bank. In addition, this research relevant by previous research used in this study was research conducted by Inayah et al. The influence of capital adequacy ratio, financing risk, and operational efficiency on profitability in Syariah Rural Financial Bank in Indonesia. Rhetoric profitability is negative influenced by CAR and NFP. Next research conducted by Anwar and Aulia. The influence of operational costs and operational income, net operational margin, third-party funds, and capital adequacy ratio on the profitability of Sharia banks. Rhetoric profitability is influenced by NOM, CAR, and FDR. Next research conducted by Belianti and Ruhadi analysis of the effect for the Makassar Sharia Index and compensation on profitability. Rhetoric profitability is influenced by compensation and Sharia. Based on the theoretical framework, the following as hypothesis of this study is hypothesis 1, company set has an influence on the profitability of Islamic rural banks. Second is capital adequacy ratio has an influence on the profitability of Islamic rural banks. Third, placement in other bank has an influence on the profitability of Islamic rural banks. And the last, company size, capital adequacy ratio, and placement in other bank collective influence the profitability of Islamic rural banks. The next subject on this topic research is research method. Analysis unit in this research is employs Islamic Rural Financial Bank as the measures object. Profitability serves as the independent variable. Your size, capital adequate serves as the independent variable. Next is related to the population and sample. In the study, there were 167 BPRS registered with the Financial Service Authority for the period 2018 until 2020. Then, to determine the sample used for positive sampling technique, several criteria. First is BPRS registered with the Financial Service Authority for the period 2018 until 2022, 167. BPRS did not publish financial statement during the research study period. 2. BPRS that in its publication did not issue complete financial statement. 11. BPRS that expense close 59. So, total sample used in this study is 95 Islamic Rural Financial Bank. This is about operational definition of variables. The first variable is variable profitability. Profit before tax divided by total asset multiplied by 100%. Next is X1 variable company size, looking direct at nominal asset as reported in the financial statement for the period 2018 until 2022. X2 variables is capital adequacy ratio, equity by risk-weighted asset multiplied by 100%. The last placement in other banks, looking direct at the nominal amount of placement in other bank as reported in the financial statement for the period 2018 until 2022. The first analysis is the statistic developed for the banks and median, modus variance, and standard deviation. According to Muson, method that discuss data processing procedure calculation to presentation to produce information that can be understood and can be accounted for using statistical data or called descriptive statistical method. The second analysis is analysis pretest with normality test and linearity test. According to Ms. Bahudin, to carry out analysis of the output from the result of data collection on population and of analysis pretest are made with the aim of producing appropriate data so that the result obtained from data analysis can approach the statement formula in the research hypothesis. Next analysis is multiple linear regression test. The classical assumption that consists of the polylinearity test, heteroscedasticity test, and autocorrelation test. Multiple linear regression analysis is a linear regression model between two or more independent variables. It is called multiple linear regression with the aim of seeing as positive or negative relationship between the independent variable and the dependent variable. And for the hypothesis test, use simultaneous test, partial test, and coefficient of determination test. According to Putri et al., hypothesis testing is a branch of inferential statistics which is intended to test the truth of statement and draw conclusion. So that's all for my presentation. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.